one-game series. That is...
This is a real one and done. A one-game series. Winner goes on.
Knocked loose.
In transition so we can build this lead.
Paul George locked in. Hits the tough three. He at his best.
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to, and that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
Knocked loose. Bucks have it. So important to take care of the basketball. Easy two on the other end after the turnover. Safe to say notice has been served.
Sometimes things go good.
Tyreke Evans matched up with Harden. Knocked loose. George. Paul George. 3 for 3. That's a perfect start.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
Picked up by the Bucks. Harden buries the three. He's too good to leave that open.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose a dagger with the three.
Bucks have it.
Why not? Let's keep the crowd in it.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
James Harden at the line for a chance at a three-point play. A career 85% free throw shooter. Free throws good as they continue to widen their lead. Now the Cavs gonna signal for timeout as they'll talk things over here in the first quarter. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Flushes it home.
The pass was really good, but what I love most about the play, Ed, was that every player that ran in transition had active hands, which means they were active targets. They provided a target for the player to deliver the pass. That's how you work together as teammates.
Knocks down the three.
And depending upon the personnel, the transition three-point pull-up shot is no longer the anomaly. It's the norm.
Knocked loose. Screen coming. Oh, ferocious slam inside. Out of the first quarter here in Game 1. Back with more after this. It's the second round of the Eastern Conference playoffs on EA Sports. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way.
Keep your foot on the gas, but don't get too reckless.
Paul George. Can't ask for much more. He's perfect. 5 for 5 from the field.
And last year, it seemed like PG really had a difficult time finding it. No doubt about it. This year, he needs to be playoff P all day, every day.
Stuffs it down with authority.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Love to Evans. Offensive rebound on the follow. Way to stay with it.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
4-3. He continues to shoot it well from beyond the arc. That's 4 threes now in this first half.
Yeah, and confidence comes from discipline and training. You can tell that kid's been putting in the time in the gym.
To Colin Sexton. To Evans. Shot from the lane won't go.
And this happens all the time in this league. Sometimes offensively, you're tired. It's one of those type of nights. You combine that with the fact that the defense is hungry and active and contesting everything, that's why shots aren't dropping.
Knocked loose. Love the hustle. Sprawl down on the deck. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. This is becoming a runaway.
They're getting to the rim at will, probably because we're watching Matador defense. You probably want to get in the way of your defender if they keep trying to attack the rim.
Stuffs it down with authority. Good luck keeping up with that.
Did you see that jump? It was as quick as a pogo stick.
Picked up by the Bucks. Giannis Antetokounmpo. Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's 2 for 2 now. Away. It's halftime here in Game 1. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Fellas, back to you.
Cleveland has the basketball. Giannis in control of the basketball. His guys holding the big lead. Yes, or in the case of the defense, not good.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Defense forces the turnover, and it leads to points.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor.
Hey, switch, I got it.
Knocked loose. Bucks have it.
Maybe pace it right here. They got a big lead at home.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
Hey, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Jimmy Butler trying to cash in on the three-point play. A career 83% free throw shooter. Unable to connect on the free throw. To Butler. Lets it fly from long range. You on top. Jimmy Butler. Contested three. He buries it. We talk so much about who are the MVP candidates, but there are other guys who are so valuable to their teams, and Jimmy Butler at the forefront of that list.
I have a phrase that I use when I describe players like Jimmy Butler. It's called most valuable mentality. There are certain players that approach the game with a certain mindset every single day, that they will do anything possible to win the ball game. He plays with his heart and soul every single possession and every night, and he will leave it on the court if that means he can win the ball game.
To Durant. Kevin Durant. Better late than never. That was his first shot, and it goes down.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Knocked loose. Picked up by the Bucks. And Jimmy Butler. Defense forces the turnover, and it leads to points.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as a difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive. But when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want.
Leonard buries the three. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Third quarter comes to an end. The fourth quarter on the way. The Bucks in control so far. The Bucks to inbound to start this final quarter. You figured they certainly had the advantage coming into this one. Jay, that's how it's played out.
On paper, this wasn't set up to be much of a contest. If the crowd could have gotten into it early, maybe. But sometimes a team is so good that you never had a chance to even start.
Seconds. It's going the other way. Karl-Anthony Towns sends it away. Cavs retain it.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
Sexton to Evans. Knocked loose. Karl-Anthony Towns rejects it.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Knocks it down from mid-range. Kevin Durant has it. They'll get it down to Leonard. Kawhi Leonard. Not a busy night, but effective. 2 for 2.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Evans driving right to the basket. Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
Beyond the arc for 3. I don't know, Jay. They have a big lead. This over. He might not make many friends on the other side with that 3.
Oh, I don't want to hear that generic coaching speak about dwindle down the shot clock, use the clock is your friend. No, if you have a chance to beat him by 50, beat him by 50. If you want to beat him by 100, keep shooting more threes.
Butler Jimmy Butler. That's how it's done. He's 4 for 4 in the game.
Everything looks great when you shoot the ball like this. And yes, Ed, this team does have some issues, but they are all masked and camouflaged with this shooting display we're watching.
Has a look. Wide open look. Won't go. Butler to bring it up. His guys hold a commanding lead. Fires the three. Ooh, he'll take that.
It is extremely prevalent right now for three-point shooters because of the skill set at every position is that versatile. Even your 5s and 4s can knock down threes at a high clip.
It's a world of great three-point shooters and great three-point shooting teams. The Bucks claim victory. They're moving on. Next stop, the Eastern Conference Finals. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been the NBA Playoffs on EA Sports. Find out more at easports.com. Until next time.
The Bucks have advanced to the next level, but the goal remains the same: win an NBA championship. Little by little, these guys are doing it one by one. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Milwaukee Bucks. The Cavaliers weren't able to advance after that tough loss. I got a sense they didn't expect for their offseason to start just yet. I know what the feeling's like, and it can be tough, but it's all about how you come back from it. Who knows what they'll be like next season? It'll be interesting to see for sure.
Game track. Defense.
The Milwaukee Bucks put under pressure defensively in this game, and in return, they put back some blocks and steals on the stat sheet. Not only that, they put a W in the win column, and that's everyone's favorite stat.
Player of the game.
Paul George gets rewarded for the way he provided his teammates with plenty of easy baskets. His assist total is certainly indicative of his clever playmaking.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy. Here are the top plays from the game. See y'all next time. Jalen Rose, signing out.
This is the NBA playoffs on EA Sports. We're ready for tip-off, and these fans are as well. It's their home team getting set to match up with a very formidable opponent. Alongside Jay Williams, I'm Ed Cohen. Jay, this crowd is hyped, and you look at their guys coming in, they appear to be fired up and ready to go. And I'll tell you what, this is going to be a good one.
And you've heard about one-and-dones in college basketball, but this is a real one-and-done, a one-game series. Winner goes on, loser goes home. Got to put it all out there on the line here tonight.
No good. That's great defense. Bledsoe, down low to Mirotic. Giannis Antetokounmpo with a piece.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Got it.
As a team, when you establish your dominance in the paint early, it's critical to your offense because it eventually opens up the perimeter down the stretch.
Screen coming. George stuffs it down with authority.
That probably won't be the last time we see a dunk from him tonight. Maybe sometimes you should send a message. Give him a hard foul. Don't let it be so easy.
Bledsoe with the basketball. Just getting going here in game one. Parker. Oh, emphatic slam.
That's the intensity you need to see. Whenever a player running back on defense after a dunk like that holds the inside of his forearm, it lets you know how hard he dunked that basketball.
Stuffs it down with authority.
The pro game has really come down to PNRs. Let's see how the defense adjusts.
To Bledsoe. Sets him up. Bucks basketball. Embiid. and knocks it down. And, Jay, the system produces once again.
Ooh, welcome to the new reality. Positionless basketball. Bigs are now PGs with the ability to drain threes.
Knocked loose. Joel Embiid snatching it out of the air.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
George buries it on the catch and shoot.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
Going to launch beyond the arc. Jay, another one goes down. They're right where they want. Knocked loose. Bledsoe slams it down. Deep three at the buzzer. Harden against the Ukrainian Len. Late heave to beat the buzzer. We've reached the end of the first quarter here in Game 1. We're back with more after this. You're watching Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Here's Atlanta. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
That's how it's done.
For average shooters, that's not a great shot. But for a great shooter, that's a good look.
Lets it fly from long range? Yes. Or in the case of the defense, not good.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though.
Makes his first shot.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Antetokounmpo cleans it up. Paul George to Embiid. For three, they left Joel Embiid wide open, and he takes advantage from downtown.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
To Embiid. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
Joel Embiid at the line for a chance at a three-point play. For his career, 77% at the line. That's a turnover. It goes the other way.
Keep your foot on the gas, but don't get too reckless.
It's good. Coach wants to see more from his D.
I know the refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. Bledsoe with it up top. His guys down big. Bucks have it. Griffin. So the first points for him in this first half, and he knocks it down for three.
Yeah, they really need him to get going. Really surprised that none of his teammates have been talking to him. This is when he needs him the most. They have to uplift him, help him continue to be confident on the court.
Knocked loose. Picked up by the Bucks. That pass stolen by the Hawks. Karl Anthony Towns sends it away. Jokic. Not easy.
Everything looks great when you shoot the ball like this. And yes, Ed, this team does have some issues, but they are all masked and camouflaged with this shooting display we're watching.
Oh, big finish at the rim. Long heave from three-quarters court. It's halftime here in Game 1. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose and our... First half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway. Knocked loose. Bledsoe to Parker. That's a momentum play right there. Giannis Antetokounmpo, huge block.
And that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Eric Bledsoe, tough shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that make.
You know what I like about this pass play? Instead of putting his head down and forcing the action, he patiently waited for the play to develop.
and scores. Strong take.
Ooh, he teased me a little bit right there. But see, I like that. That's called a great entertainer. Always leaving me on the edge of my seat.
To Towns. Here comes the screen. Towns. And he knocks it down, Jay.
Well, they're shooting the ball at an amazing clip. And when they shoot the ball this well, they're essentially unguardable. And, Ed, let me tell you what that does for the team. It eventually opens up space to put the ball down on the ground and get to the rim. That's how critical the three-point shot is.
Bledsoe with the basketball. Down a bundle. Knock loose. Wow, look at him dive for the loose ball. Stuffs it down with authority.
Man, they are just continuing to pour it on. But the one thing we know about in this league, you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy because leads can evaporate quickly.
Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. Knock loose. Nothing's going to stop him in pursuit of the basketball. Mirotic with a shot that won't go down. Here comes the screen. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Paul George trying to cash in on a three-point play. A career 84% free throw shooter. Free throws good as they continue to widen their lead. Hawks have it. Knock loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way.
Maybe pace it right here. They got a big lead at home.
Joel Embiid. That's how it's done. He's 4 for 4 in the game.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
It's claimed by Milwaukee. 17-footer at the buzzer. The Bucks to inbound to start this final quarter. You figured they certainly had the advantage coming into this one. Jay, that's how it's played out.
On paper, this wasn't set up to be much of a contest. If the crowd could have gotten into it early, maybe. But sometimes a team is so good that you never had a chance to even start.
Gets it to go, and the foul.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Free throws good. Add one more to the total. This game feels out of reach. Hawks with the basketball. Bledsoe to Parker. Joel Embiid swats it. That's his third block this evening.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
That's a turnover. It goes the other way.
You got to go for the score here right now in this possession.
Harden picked up by Len. Joel Embiid. The defense is really going to have to start paying attention. He's 5 for 5 for the field.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ballgame.
George, defended by Len. To Harden. Four threes. Cleans it up. Antetokounmpo to George. From long range. Had made his first couple, but he misses there. It's Embiid. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
There's something that is so impressive about what we saw this evening. Not just his shot-making ability, but the fact that not every shot came from the pocket. There were some bad passes being made, and the shots came from different places around the body, which aren't usual for the typical shot. That shot-making ability, that's something special to watch.
It's Atlanta ball. Oh, bad pass, and the Bucks have it.
I tried to work the clock here, but you have to take care of the ball in this possession.
Giannis Antetokounmpo. Consistent effort. He's at 50%.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Bledsoe with it up top. Looking to make something happen. Bucks have it. Joel Embiid. That one off the mark. It's no good. Knocked loose. Picked up by the Bucks. I don't know, Jay. They have a big lead. This game is just about over. You might not make many friends on the other side with that three.
Oh, I don't want to hear that generic coaching speak about dwindle down the shot clock, use the clock is your friend. No, if you have a chance to beat them by 50, beat them by 50. If you want to beat them by 100, keep shooting more threes.
See y'all next time. Jalen Rose, signing out.
And then there were two. Time to kick off the NBA Finals here on EA Sports. Game one just about set to go. From downtown Milwaukee, tonight it's the hometown Milwaukee Bucks getting set to match up with the New Orleans Pelicans. Along with Jay Williams, I'm Ed Cohen. Jay, we look at the Bucks coming into play. They have to be the favorites to win it all. At home, needing one win to capture the NBA title.
And I'll tell you what, this is as stressful as you can get. One game for the NBA title.
The opening tip won by the Bucks as we get going at beautiful new Fiserv Forum in Milwaukee. Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
Ed, this is like show and tell back in kindergarten. You show the ball, and then you tell them with the easy lay.
Going back to the pre-K days, Jay. Knocked loose. Picked up by the Bucks. George, yes. Or in the case of the defense, not good.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start jogging back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
Here comes the screen. Call George. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Oh, emphatic slam. Safe to say, notice has been served.
Sometimes things go good, other times things go great. Everything going that team's way right now.
Whistle stops play, timeout New Orleans, as they'll talk things over here in the first quarter. Substitution being made in this one. Joel Embiid tips it. Giannis with it up top. 9-0 is the score. Here comes the screen. Scores at the basket. Jay, tough recovery that time.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create. Woo! I like that intensity on that play. That's how you actually dig in the dirt and do your job on the defensive end.
Footer at the buzzer. There it is. Nikola Jokic with the putback slam. We've reached the end of the first quarter here in Game 1, and we're back after this. You're tuned in. Ed Cohen with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Lonzo Ball with the rock. Knocked loose. Bucks have it. George. Paul George. That's 3 now on 4 shots.
Look, that shot was going up regardless of what the defender was trying to do. That's called a heat check.
Whoa, what a finish.
I see the easy dunk, but what I don't see is energy. Scream, do something. Get yourself emotionally involved in the game.
Here comes the screen. That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket. Jay, we're seeing more of the same to start the second.
It's called settle for more. Just because a defender gives you space doesn't mean that you need to take the jump shot. Keep attacking the rim. It will open up eventually.
Harden. And knocks it down. And Jay, the system produces once again. The challenge defending a guy who can be a 1 or a 2.
We're not old men talking about this game. We don't define players by positions anymore. Is he a 1 or is he a 2? No, he's James Harden. He is a scorer and an elite passer.
Slam dunk, Derek Favors. Jay, you know the deal. Keep the touches coming inside.
As long as that defense continues to give you high percentage shots, you better take that every time.
Jokic had to force that one, but it's no good. Harden knocks it down. Defender has to get there next time.
Ooh, welcome to the new reality. Positionless basketball. Bigs are now PGs with the ability to drain threes.
Joel Embiid sends it away. That misses with 2 seconds to go. It's halftime here in Game 1. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
The Bucks dominated this matchup from the opening tip. The emphasis was on the 3-ball to open this game. Actually, that's how they score most of their points. It'll be interesting to see how they adjust if their success from long range doesn't continue in the second half. Back to Ed and Jay to bring you the second half action.
Holiday controls the basketball. His guys down big. Knock loose. Oh, Nikola Jokic. Quiet night, but 2 for 3 in the contest right now.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
And a throwdown.
Man, they are just continuing to pour it on. But the one thing we know about in this league, you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy because leads can evaporate quickly.
Leaving no doubt. Slams it down.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Ball with the basketball. Down a bundle. Bucks at the controls. George knocks it down. That was a tough shot. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
Add 2 points to the board.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Now pass stolen by the Pelicans. Shot from the lane won't go. And a rim rocker. Joel Embiid.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Picked up by the Bucks. Deep 3 at the buzzer. That ends the third quarter. The Bucks in control so far. The Bucks to inbound to start this final quarter. You figured they certainly had the advantage coming into this one. Jay, that's how it's played out.
On paper, this wasn't set up to be much of a contest. If the crowd could have gotten into it early, maybe. But sometimes a team is so good that you never had a chance to even start.
Joel Embiid swats it. That's his 3rd block this evening. Pelicans recover.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
Holiday in possession. Looking to make something happen. Knocked loose. Bucks have it. Oh, he was wide open. And it's not going to be pretty when they watch the video. Someone's getting chewed out.
This is why I go back into player mode. If the dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Nikola Jokic pins it.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Slams it down. Big finish for Joel Embiid. At this point, they're twisting in the wind.
Were you looking for a response from me? Because I don't really know what else there is to even say. I mean, is this even a game? We should just start packing up and getting ready to go right now.
Lets it fly from long range. Rare miss the way he's been shooting. Shot's no good.
Oftentimes, one of the ways to negate one of the best shooters in the game is to make him work off the ball. By making him work, you're taking his legs away from that shot.
Ball brings the rock up court. has a look. Oh, Lonzo Ball. He's now 4 for 6.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
And the basket good at the rim.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Nice pass to set things up. Just inside the arc, at the buzzer, the Bucks claim victory. They've won their first NBA title since 1983. Trusting the process leads them to a championship. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been the NBA Playoffs on EA Sports. Find out more at easports.com. Until next time, good night.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA. That's another postseason in the books, and I'm already dreading the wait for more hoops. See you next season.